You know, I think that originally when we came up with RSS, you know, when RSS was coming about, that we kind of thought this is the way that every single consumer is going to go. This is how people are going to be able to find their content. But I think that we really need to, as producers of content, begin to take advantage of that. I think that that's going to continue to be a relevant technology for us to utilize as that technology grows, because there's just more and more tools, and even how accessible it is, not having a desktop but maybe having it in your Google Reader, so on and so forth. RSS is going to continue to be more and more relevant as time goes.
There's about 1–1.5% of our readership who uses RSS, and I think that a lot of people are starting to use Twitter now as sort of a quasi-RSS reader, and I think that there's going to be a certain segment that's going to continue to use the technology. For those people, it's good to be able to provide your content in using that method, but you do run the risk of having these type of syndication problems.
Yeah.
You just deal with it for the good of your readership.
Okay, there's a famous French chef named Auguste Escoffier who said you can't make a meal for any more than 99 people. You should also not have conferences more than 1 hour, otherwise your buns go down. So it was a bun thing with the chef. Your question, then we're going to go to Kristen, and then...
Thank you. I have a practical question. I guess traffic is everything. Traffic is key. Once you have the traffic in a blog or any other publication, in your experience, what is the most practical way to turn it into revenue?
Monetizing. Okay. That's another conference, and boy, talk about your butt now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a Chinese wall between myself and my advertising team, so I don't know how they make money, but I know they make it. Advertising, I mean, if you have enough readers and you have enough traffic, it's going to be easy for you. It's going to be easier for you to find advertising sources. But I don't know. I mean,
anyone?
There are advertising agencies that will pick up popular blogs and sell ads for your blog. But the rule of thumb is that you need to have about 1 million viewers a month. So anything less than 1 million, nobody's going to pick you up.
Google Ads.
And I know people that have close to 1 million viewers a month, and honestly, they're getting $500 to a couple thousand a month. It's really, really hard to know. I don't know if that helps.
We're a very profitable set of blogs, and it's, I think, due to the fact that we've done a very good job of cultivating an audience that hits certain demographics that advertisers want. So I think that if you have a targeted audience that is going after specific segments of the population, then I think that's going to be important too.
And they do sell their blog content too. They sell content so they can get paid up to $350 to even repurpose a blog that they've written that's original. So I don't know if that helps.
A lot of ways to do it. Final question here.
Kristen Varela with Motherproof.com. I have a quick question about more traditional media and also corporations becoming more and more interested and intrigued by blogging and social media and bloggers. They seem to be kind of scooping up some of the bloggers. For instance, Heather Armstrong joining HGTV, and on a completely different scale, Motherproof joining Cars.com. Do you guys have any thoughts, quickly, because Paul wants to wrap up, on how sort of more niche bloggers can better transition into the corporate world and still maintain their voice and their audience as that specific blogger?
Well, to be honest with you, I think that one of the things that we're seeing is that a lot of those bloggers that we've been talking about who weren't necessarily traditional journalists didn't grow up becoming a journalist. They grew up being an expert in their industry. And they're sort of learning about the journalism, whereas a lot of times you'll have a traditional journalist that doesn't necessarily have an industry until they've been writing for a while and they have a beat coverage and they start to build up that expertise. So by being able to illustrate that expertise in the same way that we've been talking about, promoting your content with the people that you want to build those relationships with, is really the first step. A lot of times, because there is that clutter, people aren't aware who you are. And so in a lot of ways, as journalists, we're really becoming very self-promotional with the people that we want to reach.
All right. Well, obviously, we are all indebted to all of you, and I am personally indebted to all of you for coming as well. Thank you so much. I don't know how else to... it's a conversation that I hope that you found this a valuable session and say, hey, the guys in Chicago are at least thinking about what we're doing and trying to help. We try to do it as we do our construct for the way we pitch this show to you. And I'm learning, and everybody on the CATA staff is learning as well, and we turn to everybody and keep asking questions, and I'm glad that we kept the conversation open. So thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the show. If you wanted to make it up to the Economic Club luncheon, you have time to do that. Enjoy the show. Tomorrow we open up. A lot of people are going to come and buy cars. That's a good thing. Thank you very much, everybody.